Alright guys, you may have seen my other video on Holler Park. One of the animals that's featured in this nature preserve is the hippopotamus. I got some pretty good video of the hippopotamuses, or hippopotami, and both are correct. And so I wanted to kind of go back and focus a little bit on these animals. They're amazing animals, and there are things I did not know about them. And being this close, I was able to see some things. Like, for instance, just looking at them when they're barely out of the water, you can barely see them, which makes them very, very dangerous in the water. They look like a rock or something. Once they start to move, you start to see they're pretty good sized creatures. And how difficult it is to notice one unless you really look. And here comes one out of the water now. Now, these are semi-aquatic animals, and so they're found near lakes and rivers and things like that. And you notice their skin, which there's no real hair to speak of. You also notice that they are very large and have a very large head. Aside from elephants and rhinoceroses, this is the largest land animal. These animals stay cool in the water, and but they also come up out of the water as well. And when they come up out of the water, you just notice how large they are. Huge. I mean, very, very big. A male can reach up to 3,300 pounds, or that would actually be about 1,500 kilograms. And the females might run up to almost 3,000 pounds, which is about 1,300 kilograms. But do not mistake their slowness for weakness, folks. Let me tell you, these things are bad to the bone. They're big, but they're bad. So we'll talk a little bit more about their features in just a moment. But as this hippo was coming out of the water, I noticed something that was very disturbing, and you'll probably see it now as well. Yep, it is taking care of business. And that's a very unusual way to take care of business. More on that at the end of the video. There's a bonus section for what you just saw. All right, let's go back to the size and maneuverability of these animals. To be around 3,000 pounds or more, and to have such short, stubby legs that are like tree trunks, you would think that it would be super slow and not agile and not much of a danger. As I watched it walk across, I was not familiar with how capable these animals are. So as it was walking across, you think, I could probably walk up, pet it, walk away, and that hippopotamus could not catch me. But the fact is, these hippos can actually run almost up to 20 miles an hour over short distances. So that's about as fast people are. And so you want to be careful. Also in the water, if they get you in the water, you're done, because they are very, very agile in the water. That's their territory. In fact, about 500 people a year are killed by hippos. Again, that's not so much a fun fact, but it is a fact that I had no idea about. So you don't really think about it. They don't look mean, but they kill many, many more people than lions do. So lions kill about 20 to 25 people a year, something like that, and 500 for hippos. So be careful around the hippos. They're amazing creatures to look at, but don't tangle with one, or you will be sorry. They're very dangerous, but very awesome as well. And they like to eat. You don't get to be 3,000 pounds by pushing the plate away. So here you go. Let's watch this hippo eat. It's a hungry, hungry hippo. Hey, I've given that look while people were watching me eat too. So I hope you've enjoyed this. And here's some extra footage now regarding what we saw earlier. Okay, so everybody's got to take care of business, right? But imagine having a short tail on the back and then taking care of business and whipping that tail around and spreading that business everywhere. Yeah. So you didn't really ask for it, but you wanted it. Here it is in slow motion as well. Yeah. God created us all a little different, and I'm glad He did not create humans like this. Humans have our own issues. I'm just glad this is not one of them. So this is what happens when the poop hits the tail. It's spread everywhere. Interesting. Very, very interesting. And messy. And it is very obvious that there is no way to clean that off. Oh well. Such is life. But as strange as that is, if you ever see this happening, do not make fun of them, because remember, they can run 20 miles an hour, which is faster than you. And if they get you in the water, you're done. So if you see it, just nod your head and walk on by. That won't be easy to do, but you got to do it. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video and that you learned something about hippopotamuses and you were entertained. And that's some good stuff.